Good evening, everybody. It's my Wednesday. The buffering that'll happen from time to time. I'm hoping, anyways, we'll have a good show today. I've done a little work to try to make things go a little smoother. And let's see some people pop on here. Sporting my new necklace given to me by a close friend to help me through hard times and wish us some really good success this year. What's going on with all my people chatting? Just one second here. Sometimes I have to. Where's my chat? Where's my little chat thing? Okay. So in the meantime, uh, lots of former expeditioners will be coming out, and the snow's all melted up here, looking really good. Um, see what's going on with the chat. Welcome to chat. Happening. Where's all my questions from people? What happens when I push that? Are you sure you want to quit streaming? No, I don't want to quit streaming. There we go. There's somebody. Garshan Das. Okay. We're on. Let's hope the stream stays nice and tight. Sorry if there was no notification. I'm having so much trouble with the live shows. It's ridiculous. I don't want to talk about it. It's the only way I can really do the live show is off my phone. So we're just gonna roll that way. Um, so yeah, the weather's excellent this year. I'm looking at doing just a ton of expeditions this year. It's going to be fun. We're going to focus on radium this year, which is where I filmed, let's see, video, starting from video four. So video four, five, this year, the vast majority of them. Things happen, stuff changes. If I go on an expedition, if I have a couple expeditions and it's flat and radium, you can always go to Nordegg. It's always a backup. And expeditioners have a lot of control over where we want to go. Hey, Amanda, how's it going? So, yeah, hopefully everybody can hear my audio really good. Um, and so, first thing we'll be doing on expeditions in radium this year is we'll be mapping out all the tree breaks. We'll be mapping out where I've found tracks, mapping out where I've had sightings. Uh, there's one particular area. Let's talk about radium for a second. So, what really was the last straw that made me, hello, Frank, Karen, what made me want to go to radium, back to radium again over Nordegg was Nordegg was snowed out, and I went with radium to go up to climb up to the top and go spend the night where Survivor Man filled the top of the head of a Sasquatch because the guy I was with is just tough as nails. I mean, he's a firefighter, kick ass, awesome dude. And we got rained out, snowed out. The weather was awful, and we came back in the horrible, crappy rain and terrible area, or just terrible weather. And as I was putting my last few things, my knife and my bear spray away, hey Andrew, a Sasquatch smashed and broke a tree very profoundly in rain, which they never came around and never interacted with me in the rain. And we proceeded to go see where that Sasquatch was, obviously, and we couldn't find that tree that he busted. It's strange because there's an ocean of trees in there, but we found dozens of tree breaks, lots of Sasquatch tracks. So, and on the expedition after that, the expedition in there and fresh tracks by it. So hey Chris, hey Doug, how's it going, guys? And so I'd love to hear questions from you guys. But anyways, that was like the last straw that made me decide to go to radium and get that research site going on as best we can, which is still in the works and still going really well. So Carolyn, hey Todd, is it too dangerous for women to go searching for Sasquatch? Oh gosh, I don't recommend anybody go out alone. And boy, Sasquatch, the majority of interactions I get from groups are young males that like women, but I don't think Sasquatch is going to be an individual. Some Sasquatch really, the most of the Sasquatch I did research on thoroughly disliked me. They were very hostile towards me. I've only really had very few places that I had good success with that the Sasquatch being agreeable and not hostile towards me. Or if they started out at one point where they were good with me and eventually they got hostile for whatever reason. So just Carolyn, just take it step by step, day by day. Be cautious. Try not to take too many risks. I wish there was some, scientific study, decades worth of scientific study where we could answer that question. But for the most part, I think go ahead, do it. I'm not going to tell you not to. So hopefully I'm not liable for that. But just take good care of yourself. Be cautious. Use a GPS. It's a new age, right? Use GPS tracking. Take a tracking device. Keep a tracker on you if you can. Like be really smart. Don't take any risks. Don't be ridiculous about things. Take really good care of yourself and be really smart. Use all the technology we have. Hey Pablo from Tampa, would I ever use drones with thermal? Well, yeah, Garchin Dasa. I want to use blimps with thermal. I would love that. Oh man, I would love to do that. That's a dream of mine to use. It's actually one of my videos is from last year where there's a picture of a thermal Sasquatch talks about that was my goal, and that's my big dream is to get drones in the air and follow Sasquatch around with blimp drones, two drones with thermal cameras, follow them around for, years and get this research done. So Michael just found out about the channel. Love the fact that he does live stuff. Thanks, Michael. We're doing really good. There's Cappy McCappy. Thanks for your emails. We got them, sir. Very much appreciated. Nice to see you've had some really good, you and your family have had some really good success with Sasquatch. Hey, Todd, what are your thoughts on I don't know. I mean, there's lots of different, there's Yowies and Yerins and African people have Sasquatch. John Benernaglo showed me. So yeah, there's so much. They're all over the place. So just when I think they couldn't possibly be in a spot, like Africa shocked me they were in Africa. But hey, what neighborhood is Bigfoot play in? Wilderness neighborhood. The most remote and inaccessible regions is where they like to play in. Central Missouri. I wish we had Sasquatch in Central Missouri. Yeah. Yeah, but there's got to be some Sasquatch around you, and if not in Missouri, in a state nearby. Have you returned to any of the sites you've gotten footage? You've gotten footage, and dude, Sasquatch recognize you. Well, yeah, I always go. I like to go back to the spots where I've got footage. Absolutely. So yeah, I do. I return back, and it's crazy though because it's hard. And if you go back a year or two later, which is usually what happens, because the spots I'll get to where I've had footage is so bloody hell in the middle of nowhere, remote, and yeah, you go back and it looks different. Things have changed. So Sasquatch in Brazil, I think they have the Alush in Brazil. They're not really, that's not Sasquatch at all. They're different. Definitely would be a different species. Hi, Todd from the Philippines. I'm in a freelance Sasquatch center here in the really. I'm in a freelance Sasquatch search center in the Philippines. You got to tell me, Velocity 800. You got to send us an email to just uh, just send an email to bigfootencounter@gmail.com because I'd like to hear about a Sasquatch center for search for Sasquatch in the Philippines. That's very interesting. Tell me when you knew you entered a Sasquatch zone or territory. Oh, Parkway Hippie. How would I know? I don't know. It just takes time and work. I mean, tree breaks, structures, tracks. Those things are really, really good superficial signs. And then go from there. So it just takes a lot, though. Thank you for your tireless effort, hard work. I do believe. Well, you're welcome, Kathy. I think they like women more. For real. I wanted to have a female out there with me, and it's been hard. So I had some prospects, they just didn't work out. Life is life. Hey Chris, watch the documentary. Thanks, Chris. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'd love to go to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. That'd be so cool. Video tour of the research center. Well, everything's good. There's gonna be tons of stuff about the research center, tons of stuff. So it's really there'll be a big announcement next week about that, and we'll see where we're at because things have really you people are just doing such an amazing job. The donations got to keep coming, people. Man, we're so close. A real legit full-time Sasquatch research center. It's right here, right now. It's so close. I'm doing the best I can right now, and my goodness, are there any 24 360 research in North America? Radium or Nordic weather is so bad. No, 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 no. I don't know of any 24/7, but 365 research institute. That's what my goal is to make that. Those in winter you kill them. Radium and Nordeg, the weather is excellent. It is it's very good weather. It's 80% of the time it's not snowing or raining. Those are really good numbers. So I don't know about Sasquatch in Brazil. I mentioned the Alush. Do you have any new videos coming out anytime soon? I just have the California footage. I don't have any other videos besides that. But this year they're putting pressure on me. Networks are putting pressure on me. People are putting pressure on me. People that are paying are putting pressure on me, so I'm gonna have to do some extreme stuff this year, and I'm not looking forward to it. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So hello, found this. Thank you, Rosa, for showing up. Marcel, hello, happiest wife ever. Man, we all need a happiest wife ever. It sure would be nice. What do you feel about the vocals at Ontario Sasquatch? Yeah, I don't know about those vocals. Oof, I don't know. So I don't know. I saw some stuff out of Ontario that was not legitimate. Nego showed me some tracks, and they were definitely not real. Had an encounter when I was 9 with my dad and 5 of his hunting buddies who were all cops at the time. Well, Michael, I'd love to hear about that. Bigfoot encounter at gmail.com, please. We'd love to hear about that. Yeah, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about Sasquatch in Brazil, dude. If there is, if you have knowledge of that, please let us know. Did you get my email? Yeah, Cappy. Did I mention that a minute ago? Absolutely got your email. Thank you. Do you have Bigfoot footage? I talked about that. What happened when you're running the woods with Chewbacca rental suit on? What happens if you want running around? Don't do that. I don't know. It would look pathetic. Sasquatch suit would look. I think maybe what you're saying, Gene, though, is what would happen if I put on something that looked like a Bigfoot costume, and then what would the Sasquatch do? That's a good question. That's a really good question. So I don't know what they would do. It'd be very interesting, right? I don't think you'd fool them. You'd be walking around like a man, and I don't know. What adornment are you sport? Oh, this is my necklace. This is my power necklace that I was given. It's like a native thing. It's all handmade and stuff, and it's all blessed. And hey, brown dwarf. So yeah, I'm gonna be wearing that for a week just to try to make some amazing things happen. What age is too young to bring my kids 8 and 9 to go on an expedition? Ooh, that's young, man. I have a 10-year-old and he doesn't want to go out, but my boy is very conservative. I think what happens is when you have a crazy dad who skydives, rock climbs, does whitewater rafting and all that crazy stuff and backcountry stuff, and my son was very brave in the beginning, but when he saw the bears and he is a brave boy and he's awesome, and I couldn't say enough great things about him, but he knows Sasquatch are out there. I just found out he's seen a Sasquatch. He admitted to me that a couple weeks ago that on a encounter that he was having, he actually saw the Sasquatch, and it took him a couple years to admit that to me. He just recently admitted that he's seen one, so it's because it was really scary for him. So yeah, it just depends on the individual. I don't think it's a good idea, but then I got a dude from Texas who has his little sweet potato daughter. He calls her sweet potato, and she wants to come out on an expedition. I would suggest being extremely conservative in your expedition if you're going to do that. Be extremely conservative. If I get the young, I may have a 10-year-old coming out with me. Just take really good care of the children. Are so precious to me. I'm bat crazy about my children. They're so precious to me. Just take really good care of them. Make that the priority, right? Have you ever looked for Bigfoot in Michigan? No, I really haven't had. I don't. I'm trying to stay focused on my areas. So not Michigan, not a lot of places, not most places. What do you think about vocals on Bigfoot? I don't know about that. And you're talking so highly about him, Jonathan Lint. Do you have another piece of Bigfoot? I trust your experience, really. I will have more Bigfoot stuff, and no dogmen questions. I don't know anything about dogmen. Why would you put a tracking device in an apple or an orange? Because those tracking devices, the reality of them, they don't really work. No, those congested tracking devices just don't work. The day they can work and put out a strong enough signal, I'll be very glad to do that, but they don't do that. They don't work at all. Hey, Dustin. Hey, Todd. I'm so glad the research you're doing with Sasquatch let others know what people don't hurt them, they won't hurt you. Yeah, I think hopefully that's good. Don't hurt them, they won't hurt you. But I'm not 100% on that, though. I've seen some Sasquatch get really ticked off. Well, someone shoots at a Sasquatch, right? Some jerk's out there shooting at him and hurting them, maybe shoots one of them. That could happen, and that Sasquatch is going to hate people, right? So there's nothing universal. You're dealing with very intelligent human beings. There's no difference between, dogs are different. Each dog, every individual dog is immediate. People are different. So it's saying, hey, all people are good. That's crap. Lots of people aren't good. Lots of people will hurt you. Lots of people are bad. Lots of people are good. I'm Native American. Hey, Victoria. And I've always believed they were in the trees. Thank you for all your work. Oh, you're welcome, Victoria. And yeah, they do. I've seen lots of younger ones in the trees. The big guys, though, man, they'll bust a tree going in that. So I don't think. And when they get big, that why would they go in a tree? They don't need to. They're so big. Like, what do they have to be? even being a tree in a tree is like, being afraid or being not dominating. And when they're on the ground, they're big, they're heavy, and the big males like to show dominance and show they're the boss. I feel that. What area to get the most activity? And there isn't really one, Dwayne. I don't know. I keep trying. So I only have two spots I'm really focused on. That's Nordegg and Radium. But you know, it's going to be Radium this year. I'm going to Thailand here in about 3 months. Are there any Sasquatch over there? Oh, I don't know. Ooh. Good. Enjoy Thailand though. I heard wonderful things. I answered the new picture thing already. There's a lot of sightings in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I hear that. So I've never been, but I hear that. If you went back to where you filmed the Sasquatch, Squatches is kind of the natives don't like that term, so I really try to be respectful because it's a very big deal to Sasquatch them. So I always say Sasquatch. Would they recognize you? Yeah, absolutely. They know me, Robin. Oh yeah, for sure. I think they know my truck coming. So, yeah, they absolutely know me. When I change vehicles, they know me. Oh, I'm positive they know who I am. Yeah. Hey, happiest wife ever. Today before the huge rainstorm, they were mimicking roosters, and I heard them all the way Lake Bear Creek. It was magical. There was about eight of them. Well, there you go. We'd love to hear about it. Happiest wife ever. So if you're having good success, awesome. Mimicking roosters. That's yeah. I've heard them do crow calls. So and birds. So Toledo, Ohio. Hello. We're doing. William Newton. Thank you very much. Always remember too. There's to give a direct donation to me. You can go to my website discoveringbigfoot.org, or you can go to Patreon. Discoveringbigfoot.org is the best place. And but thank you very much, Lila. Is it Lila Newton? I'm so bad with names. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Lila. If you have a question, I'd love to answer it. Hey, Todd, greetings from the Dutch Caribbean. Really? Greetings, Leo. Man, I'd love to go visit you. Whew. Any plans on hitting up the Yosemite area in the future? No, man. This is hilarious. I love this. Listen to this, Sean. So I was doing I was on a trek on a cross country skiing machine. What happens is when you're moving on it, it plays a video of you climbing up to different places, and Yosemite was one of the spots. So I'm playing this. I'm walking on this treadmill, and it's playing like you're hiking up the trail. It makes you feel like you're hiking on the trail. And I'm looking. There's a Sasquatch tree break. I look at it. I'm like, I stop and I get off the machine. I'm like, what the hell? It looks like a Sasquatch footprint on the ground. And so every time I went on it, I'd show people. Look at this tree break. Look at this print because it was always the same video that you would go through to walk through there, right? So I'm looking at Yosemite, this Lower Falls Yosemite hike, and there was Sasquatch, clearly tree breaks and a definite potential track. I'm like, man, crazy, right? Have you ever talked with your friend about Connors? What? Todd, have you ever talked with your friend about is in Connors? He's been going through Pennsylvania. No, I don't know anything about that. Sorry. Hey Todd, have any contact with Survivor Man lately? We're gonna be contacting him. We're gonna be doing. I'd like Survivor Man to come see me and do some stuff with me soon. So we'll see about that. Thanks, Amanda. There's the link from Amanda. Sephisaurus, www.bigfoot.org. Oh, we have the forum there. Wonderful forum there. You can go talk and chat with people. I've always wondered where to make an X with your arms in front of a Sasquatch if you were to react to sign like structures. Yeah, I don't know, Jerry. So Jerry's talking about making an X with your arms and dominate you and learn, be a student, be humble, listen to what he's trying to teach you, however that might be. So do you have concerns that the sustained presence of research center might put too much pressure on them and they might not continue to cooperate? Nah, not at all, Graham. Uh, they hunt bear and elk and moose and stuff. They always come around him. They mess with him every year. He's a hunter. This year they backed over his toilet and put 20 tree bricks around his toilet. He has like an outhouse. They bashed it over and I don't. Yeah. So, anyways, looks like he ticked them off or something. He doesn't believe in Bigfoot. That guy. I've showed him so much Bigfoot stuff and he's just in denial of it. So I don't know. Whatever. Good evening, Todd and everyone. But question: why is the video freezing often? I don't know. Sorry, man. I don't know. It's not freezing that often. It's doing really good today. I've seen it worse. Love Todd in recent cast talking about his experience with Sasquatch running next to him, pushing him down and hurting his leg, then being helped and saved, healed. Yeah, crazy day, right? Crazy. Someone was asking me about would the Sasquatch take off your pants or something? How did he fix the injury? So, and even being skeptical, like how convenient. He took your pants off, put them back on. Well, of course, my pants didn't get taken off. My pants were torn. So the spot where the branch went through, like it stabbed me, and then I pulled my leg off, and the branch kind of stuck on it, tore my pants. There was a big hole there, so it was pretty obvious I was bleeding from that spot. My blood was my boot was full of blood. There's blood coming out of my boot because it was dripping down in my from my leg. But it's really obvious and open, and so yeah, it's an amazing, incredible event that happened to me. Though I don't like calling it a story because I'm not telling a story. It's my bless. Thanks, Doug, and I know you're gonna prove it. Catch you later, Doug. Have a good night. Love your work. Thanks, Lynn Bugle Weena Close. Good night, Doug. Hello from Russia. Are you kidding me? Russia? Yeah. Way to go. Hey, Russia. What do we got here? Todd, would you put a small tracking device at an app? Yeah, you can't do that. The reality of that is just not going to happen. I talked about that a minute ago. Um, hey, Todd, how many different species? I think just one. I don't know anything about another species. Just different individuals. Same one species. I don't do different species. Ron Moorhead. Yeah, I've heard about his Sierra Sounds. That's what he's got. So yeah, I'm very happy for him. What would you like to do with the Sasquatch that have never been done before? Like shake their hand? Oh man. What would I like to do? What? No, you know what, Mark? A goal of mine, I would love that. That would be a dream. That would be a huge dream. I'm not going to get too crazy, shake their hands, give them a hug. I don't know. No. The reality of what it actually is, what that event would be if I could put my head down and not even look at them, just put my head down and have them take an apple out of my hand. That's a dream of mine. For a Sasquatch to do that, to trust me enough to walk right up to me and take an apple out of my hand, that would be a miracle. Shake hands, talk to them. I don't. That's like, let's take it step by step, one dream at a time, and that's my dream is just to have them. Good question. I would love to have that happen. So, Sasquatch has been spotted lots in Manitoba. Absolutely, I horrifically. The natives all know. No, no, I can't visit places. I can't. It's so much money, so much time and effort, and I got to start ground zero. Brand new troop. I have no idea. You have to understand, I've been to so many research areas, and most of the time it doesn't work out. Most of the time the Sasquatch don't like me, or they don't want to come around, or it's just like, it seems like it's going to be never that the success comes, and I'm standing on the shoulders of great men and women, and I go out there and it's hard. So, if someone were to have a potential video evidence of what they think is Sasquatch, what do you think they should do? Send it to researchers or YouTubers like you? Yeah, send it to me. I mean, um, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see it, and I'll do whatever you want with it. I'll put it on a YouTube video. I'll just keep it. I'll look at you, get it, give you my opinion, whatever you want. So maybe help you with it. If you have something incredible and phenomenon, and you send it to me, and you want to keep it secret, maybe I got connections, dude. I got Meldrum, I got Survivor Man, I got lots of connections. And if you can keep showing me incredible, amazing video, and you want help from big time, and even you want to keep it secret, I do that. I do that lots. So, just a friend in the woods. He's sight up and had encounters out of the Bigfoot. Have you ever talked with him? No, Gene. No, but send him my info, right? So, hello again from Russia. Am I doing something twice here? Josh, you can send. Yeah, thank you, Amanda. Send your stuff there. Why not use a dart gun? Oh my God, dude! Watch the Robin. I have a video, and you will learn that's a terrible idea and why it is. How do you how do you pick a gift spot? Rock property on top of a hill. How do you pick a gift spot? Well, just pick it. Just do it. If there's rocks, yeah, if there's rocks on top of your hill, put them there. Put them around there. See what they like, right? Um, Figure it out, right? I don't know. Happy Swipe, just figure it out. Just yeah, experiment, right? That's all it is. Nobody can tell you. If there's rocks, yeah, put on a rock. I find that you need to do many apples though, and if you do enough, like if there's, let's say there's four Sasquatch, and you have to put out at least five apples, I would say, because they're going to leave one for you. And when they leave one apple for you, you have to eat it. And you can pick it up and chew it and bite it and to show them that I'm eating it. Just to show, not to show them that the apples aren't poison, but to show them they left the apple and you're going to eat it and you're receptive of the gift. And it's a communal thing, not about is it poisonous or anything. Do you feel any pressure to produce results since Netflix documentaries received so well? Yeah, I do. Tons of people are jerks. Those network people are jerks, and it's hard, and they have no idea how hard it is. And yeah, I feel a lot of pressure, and I don't like it. But if you don't get new results, then no new shows, and I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard. It really ticks me off, you know. But yeah, I feel a lot of pressure, so and I don't like that. It makes me very unhappy, but such is life. We'd be working with Kelly Shaw. Yeah, I don't know who Kelly Shaw is, so I don't tell him to give me a call if he wants to work with me. Todd, come upstate sometime, go operations. Yeah, I'd love to, but maybe in the wintertime I'll do some stuff. I'll go do some speaking engagements and stuff. Todd, I've been doing research for a few years, but prior I could not get into the field, study much. Now retired early, heading on some study every month on a family that has not migrated. Cool. Good luck, Anthony. I really wish you good luck. If there's anything I can do to help, make sure you watch my stuff and send me emails and questions. Todd, personal experience is the term research in other fields. Todd, personal experience is the term researchers in other fields use. Yes, I think, yeah, and that's what I'm doing is research. What about doing 360 live? Yeah, but I don't know. It's way out in the middle of nowhere. We'll see how it goes. I want to do stuff like that. We'll see. When do you think the federal government will come forth about the reality? Not ever until we choke it down their throat, shove it down their throat. They're not going to, by choice. Have have a Sasquatch question. Do you believe that Sasquatch? I think the plausibility of finding a body from such a rare species is extremely rare. But I would love it if somebody would. Doesn't mean it can't happen. Somewhere, somebody, please. That would make me so happy. When can I meet you and take me and show me a Bigfoot? I'm from Florida, but I'll travel. Well, Mark, just send me an email. Go to the website, discoveringbigfoot.org. I took Floridians out last year. They were awesome. I love my Floridians. They were so cool. It was a husband and wife. And yeah, they're totally amazing, awesome people. So I've taken Floridians. Man, they were tough. They had garbage weather. There was snow sometimes. Half the time there was snow on the ground. They were so tough. Husband and wife couple, and man, awesome people. So yeah, go to discoveringbigfoot.org. Field Expedition Cooperation. Give them sugar? No, don't. Good apples. I give them. I don't even give them bananas because it's not really indigenous stuff. I don't give them oranges because it's not indigenous. I did strawberries once. They didn't take it in Nordegg. They took strawberries in radium though. I hunt in Idaho and in the Frank Church and Sawtooth areas. Never seen anything. Have you or anyone you know? Yeah, I drove down the bloody highway in Ohio when I went to go see Jeff Meldrum. I think it was past Pocatello. I don't know what I was doing going there, but two things in Ohio that I found very impressive was there was a spot where there was salmon that spawn, and I saw tree breaks right off the highway, and then I went over down a little bit and I saw a beautiful structure, and there were some people that lived in a house there, and they saw me. Like, what are you doing over here? You can't trespass. And I was like, I'm just looking at the Sasquatch sign, and I yelled that to them, right? And they go, what do you mean Sasquatch sign? I go, that's a Sasquatch tree break, and that looks like a Sasquatch structure. You're not telling you about it. I could tell by the look on his face, so he was not like Sasquatch is crazy, right? And the other thing was at the Sasquatch summit, I met a hunter. I don't know, something about him. His energy was just awesome, and he just seemed so authentic. And he's been hunting all his life, and he really knew his stuff. And he asked me if the Sasquatch followed the elk, and I said yes. And then he asked me about the breaks, and he asked me all these questions that were very impressive. And it sounded like he was having Sasquatch altercations and whatnot. And he was from Idaho. And he said, "What should I do?" And I said, I gave him some advice, and he said, "I'm going to take it, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep working and studying the Sasquatch." He said, "I'm going to quit hunting the elk and start studying the Sasquatch." And I don't know, something just so authentic about him. He just seemed so legit. He seemed like a boots on the ground dude. And the things he said, I just believed him. He asked really good questions. Whoa, Nation, that's awesome. Probably better that you go to, because that's like a lot of money to give YouTube. I'm very grateful for the platform for YouTube. Thank you very much for YouTube having the, dude, you should go send us an email at northbigfoot@gmail.com, and I'll give you some downloads and stuff because that's a big donation. Much respect. Thank you very much, Tony. Yeah, so yeah, go send us an email, and we'll give you some downloads and stuff. That's, dude, you donate $50. That's a phone call. I'm calling people all day, talking to people that are giving me monthly donations, $20 to $50 more, and those supporters are making the Discovering Bigfoot Research Center happen. So you know, it's donations are going to make it happen. It's not the networks; they're wishy washy. It's not movie production people. It's so it's you guys that are making it happen. So thank you very much, Tony. Yeah. Hey Todd, the live casts on Saturday videos. Yeah, so the Saturday video will be coming up. I'm very disappointed. The last paid, he took the payments for my video, and that really ticked me off because it's my video, and there's nothing I can do about it. Basically, they complain and say it's their video. So, and I counter complain and say it's not. That's totally my video. It's my footage. It's me. Of course, he's going to deny it because then he gets the money for my video, which ticks me off. I'm taking the bloody video down if that YouTube is such a jerk like that. Todd wants the first time you saw Sasquatch. What's the first time I saw Sasquatch? Video 2 is the first time I saw Sasquatch, where I visually saw them. I've always been bothered by the blob squatchy videos, so I knew I wasn't going to zoom in much, and I knew that I had to get close, and I knew that I had to keep the camera really steady. So that's what you'll see in video 2 and video 3 is I didn't zoom because you can't really see where the Sasquatch is going to go in video 3, so it's good I didn't because I was close. In video 2, man, I was like 35 yards away, maybe less. That was super close. So I was the first, and I wasn't looking through the camera lens. I had the thing pointed up, and I was like, I knew I had practiced with the camera, so I knew it. Where if I pointed it this way, this is dark. You know what I thought it was? I thought it was the man in the suit because I thought the Indians were dressing up like Sasquatch to scare people away, to create a mythos that scared off the Vikings, that scared off other tribes. You could scare Indians away from fish and scare them off of land, and they'd never fight you for the land. So I thought the natives who made these beautiful headdresses and beautiful moccasins could easily make a costume out of even real. There's Sasquatch. So I would like to see. So Rich was just asking me, he'd like to see more. And absolutely, Rich, it's really actually what I haven't done is I haven't put much about the expeditions up because that's all it's going to be. It's just going to be my amazing expeditioners out there with me doing doing research, and getting PhDs and getting influence other times out there significantly. So, but the research center's not a done deal yet. We need more donations. We need more people on board. I need a little more support, and I got to really work for it. So, we've got to stay on that stuff. This matters. If Sasquatch are real, this is important research, and I'm very excited to go kick some butt this year. And I can't tell you how close we are right now, guys. It's so close, and I just gotta put my nose to the grindstone and keep working hard, and we can get that research center up and running and going. And I'm so excited about it. It's so close, But often, like I need to spend more time talking to the Indians. Danielle, I spend a lot of time talking to the Indians, and I'll do as much as that ever. I'll listen as much as they want to talk. Hey Todd, what's the best way to send your donations to help the cause? Through the website discoveringbigfoot.org and make a donation through the donation button there through PayPal. I just watched it over after live streams finished. Thank you. Have a good night. Good night. I'm not leaving yet. I'm still doing at least 20 more minutes. If I ever seen one while hunting, you will have the proof you need because it'll be dead. Well, Tommy, don't do that. I don't think you could point a gun at a Sasquatch and survive. I don't think you could be around them. It's just not gonna happen, dude. So, Charlie B, how's Les Stroud off camera? Les Stroud is more. He does. He has a role to play with pop culture. That's what we agreed upon, and I was very grateful for that because I know Sasquatch is real, and most people think they're not. So he had a role to play where he was extremely skeptical. Off camera, he knows they're real. Off camera, he knows I didn't put those tracks up there. Off camera, he knows Sasquatch took those apples. Off camera, and off camera, he's so boots on the ground. I don't know. I just have good things to say about him. He's one tough dude. I really admire him. I think he's made the world a better place. And whether he knows it or not, he's been a wonderful mentor in my life, and I'm very grateful to have worked with him. Period. That he believed in me to come and work with me. I'm flattered, and I just can't say enough good things about the guy. He just wants the world to be better, and he works hard for it legitimately, and I really admire him. Do you believe they have large brains since they have elongated skulls? Not because of the elongated skulls. I just think they're highly intelligent because of what I've seen them do, and no, not because of the elongated skulls, just because they're brilliant. Do you have a new video on YouTube yet? Sorry, Danielle. See, people complain. They want a new video, want a new video, and I'm working for it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I do the best I can. How's Survivor Man to work with? Amazing. Tough as hell. Awesome. Small is great. So, Todd, have you had an attractive blonde woman on your team? And if you, yeah, I did have an attractive who was brought to your team to connect with. That's correct. She had lots of success. We did great together. I wish I could have kept working with her, but life just is what it is. Hey, how's Les Stroud as a friend? Great. You know, he's a celebrity though. He's a huge celebrity. He's awesome. He's got tons of things going on. People love Survivor Man, and they should love Survivor Man. Because he's amazing and he's so busy and he's got so much going on, and I'm happy for him. He's paid his dues. 10 years of successful Survivor Man TV, built the Survivor Man. He's the godfather of survival TV, period. And you know, he has a great life and he's very happy, and I hope he is happy all the time. He seems very happy, and I'm very happy for him. Do you believe the X's are marking their boundaries? I believe the X's are saying that's far enough. So if you're talking about, see, Bell Chatter is obviously somebody who listens to a lot of this stuff. I talked about how when I'm tracking them, I noticed once that there was an X at a certain spot that said, and to me it was like a boundary not to cross. So now when I go follow a Sasquatch around, at one point I'll put the X up saying I'm not going to go past that. So I think the X's are not boundaries. It's well before their boundaries. You know, well before they feel like there's any danger. But it's past their comfort zone, I would say. It's or even saying enough is enough. Hell, you follow a shark, and a shark thinks that you're following him. He'll start to angle himself and do some funny body language. They don't like being followed. Animals don't, you know, don't stalk them. They don't want that. Nobody wants that. You are good, but not be expert how you sounds. Okay. I don't. I never claim to be an expert. I'm a student of this discovery. So I have a great deal of expertise in the wilderness, though. I'm not going to pull any punches about that. When I go out with Survivor Man and he's impressed, I have a high degree of skill. And you'll notice that in episodes of Survivor Man, he'll say, "Don't try to do this stuff without a high degree of survival skill." I do that stuff with a high degree of survival skill. So, and I have done that stuff and I continue to do that stuff. So, and don't try to do the stuff I do without a high degree of survival skill. So, yeah, or maybe never do that stuff, even with a high degree. It's too dangerous. Come on now, if that was easy, there'd be Sasquatch heads hanging all over people. Yeah, no, I don't think people are going to get a Sasquatch head ever. How about, I never really had much stuff happen with, what, $86 in donations? Oh my God, that's fantastic. Thank you guys. But remember, go to the donation button on discoveringbigfoot.org, or even Patreon's good. Because, yeah, that's a lot of money to give to YouTube. So they take the vast majority of that, which is cool. They have an awesome platform. I'm very grateful for it. But anyways, females have been coming around a little bit, all in the back, you know, behind the males, but they're coming around. Thank you. That's awesome. Jokes on you. He's called Jokes on You, and he says, my wife's a believer now. But is that a joke? I'm expecting it's not a joke, and I'm honored. I hear that quite often, actually. People have been turned into what they call believers because of my document. I'm very flattered. These Bigfoot need to be killed. Oh, Daniel, I couldn't disagree with you more. They don't need to be killed. They don't need to be harmed. They're wonderful. Yeah. I hear Brown Dwarf time, dude. Don't get Daniel Calabis. Don't kick him off. Everybody has an opinion. I don't mind. A lot of people think that way. A lot of people, they just bag one, shoot one. And I don't want to. That's an opinion that's shared by many people. Like breathing. Don't shoot them. Here's something. There's nobody who should be disrespectful of the ever lived on this continent. I don't think that's arguable. Maybe you could say it's arguable. Whatever. Respect for them at the very least. And those people will tell you, if you mess with a Sasquatch, if you're going to be up on a Sasquatch, the moment you think you can shoot one, the moment you try to attempt that, you will take your last breath. In other words, you will die fast. You will be gone. And I completely agree. Trust me, I have a high degree of expertise in the wilderness. High degree. It's very clear to me, you don't mess with a Sasquatch, boy, because I have a ton of experience. I've been trained by men at the highest, not an opinion. You mess with these guys, you're in deep trouble. They're fast, they're intelligent, they're highly adapted. I mean, they're they're like superheroes in the wilderness, and I'm not even exaggerating. They have immense power, immense speed. They can stun you with infrasound. You are so in your. It's honestly, it's like, a UFC fighter versus a little, 5-year-old child. It's a pathetic. We are pathetic in comparison. I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. They're so fast, they're so strong, they're so intelligent, they're so adapted, they're so aware of their surroundings. They've got your energy pegged. They can see by the way you move and walk whether you're going to be a jerk and shoot at them or not. So, I'm sorry I'm so passionate about that, but I'm just trying to explain, like, my goodness, don't try to shoot a Sasquatch. And you know what? I don't know. I don't think these people. I think the best hunters have been out and tried and got their asses kicked. I don't think. I'm sure of it. You don't take these guys on, you're gonna get smoked. So, how active on it? I do stuff on Instagram and Facebook. I'm full of friends on Facebook. I have the maximum. You can message me on Facebook, and actually, people that make donations, I find a space for you on my Facebook page. So I'm gonna try to do more stuff on Facebook, social media. I'm gonna work really hard on that. And yeah, so that's the main spot I get my donations and stuff through. If not through YouTube, or if somebody donates and becomes a follower on, or a donator through YouTube, I try to get them on Facebook. Hi Todd, are you considering taking any more novices on? Yeah, I take everybody. And in fact, that's why I did Radium, is because I could take novices on expedition. And now what I'm doing is I'm pairing people up based on their athletic ability and based on their skill level, right? So I want to be able to take people that aren't crazy fit. It shouldn't just be about people that are super fit, super strong. I don't think that's fair. And that's the way it was with Radium before. Now I found a loophole. I have electric bikes and I have different ways to go. That's going to be nice and easy. And need email to send print photos. Ninja Rabbit says. Okay. Tommy B got deleted. Okay. Thank you for answering. You're welcome. Have you ever had a mind talk with Sasquatch? I don't think so. Here, Mark, that's a good question though. So no, I haven't. I don't really think I've had good, nothing real profound or something. I'm just not good at that stuff yet. I'm trying. I'm working on it. I'm being tutored now on that by a lady who does animal communication. So I'm getting tutored in that area. I'm really interested in it. I learned a lot yesterday, and she's going to keep tutoring me because she's teaching me a lot. But what I think, though, is that I think I was led in certain directions. I think I felt the energy to move in a way because I find tree breaks and structures in these impossible ways. Even with Survivor Man, he's like, "How the hell are you finding these tracks?" It's like you seem to know where to go. And the skeptic would say, "Well, I'm hoaxing. I'm putting the tracks there," but no, not these tracks. The tracks that we saw in Survivor Man, you couldn't even make. I don't. Maybe you could hoax them, but and it was the first time I was in an area, and I'm like walking right where you need. Like you have a whole, miles of places to go up, and I just seem to go in the right direction all the time. And I seem to get the. Am I following their energy? Am I feeling their energy? Am I being directed that way? I don't know, but something's happening where I'm finding things I shouldn't be able to find. I'm seeing things that I shouldn't be able to get to those areas to see them. It seems impossible, and it's very impressive. It seemed the Sasquatch. We were following a goat trail, a mountain goat trail. He was making tree breaks ahead of us. We could hear a snap, and we walk up, and there's a fresh tree. I mean, fresh tree break, and it's on a mountain, rocky mountains, but I could feel like there was an energy I was following. We are having a grown-up conversation. Thanks, guys. Um, do you think they can contract? I think they can track any kind of sickness. Absolutely. I think they're probably most likely the way. Like when I go into behind the scenes with gorillas, like where we can touch the gorillas and stuff in zoos, they put masks on us, and yeah, so yeah, they'll contract our diseases probably better than good idea. Not yeah, there's monthly cycles and stuff. I don't know. I talked to that about each person, each woman I go out because I do take women out still on expeditions. About so women and men, no problem. No discrimination, and I do talk to them about that stuff. So, um, how and when do Sasquatch mate? Well, it's just going to be just like human beings and gorillas and chimpanzees. Choli, that's the same. They give gorillas human birth control pills in the zoos so they don't have babies in human cycles of birth control pills. So mind blown, right? Do you believe they're building these structures we're seeing for someone else? Um, I believe the structures are. I believe the structures are in response to a traumatic event. Something traumatic happens, and I believe amazing. I really appreciate it, and YouTube appreciates it a lot more because they get most of the money. Did I just say that out loud? The I shouldn't say YouTube. I should say the how was I saying it before? Like the way they talk about Voldemort. The video debt too. So they take you down, they drop you, you suddenly disappear when you say something negative about YouTube's. And I love YouTube. It's my main social media. I truly do, and I'm very grateful for these live streams. I watch your Discovering Bigfoot doc over and over. How do I watch Bigfoot North? Well, Bigfoot North is Discovering Bigfoot. I originally called it Bigfoot North, Choli, and then the Warner Brothers Independent, who owns it and took it, they renamed it Discovering Bigfoot based on, all the research and stuff they do. There's Bigfoot North is Discovering Bigfoot. There's the mini documentary that I have, and I give that to donators, and I have other little things I give them too. Do you think it would ever be possible to devise a trap to trap a Bigfoot? Yes. Anything's possible. Do I want to do that? Nope. Oh no. Well, it's not like trapping wolves or coyotes or something like that, It's nothing like that. If you trap a Sasquatch, the troop's going to come back. And maybe you could hold a Sasquatch, but could you hold them from the outside? Would they rip that thing apart? And then when you came to see the Sasquatch there, they'd be there defending him. So do you understand how it's imagine trapping a man from a tribe. Imagine going into an area where there's people and trapping a human being. The human beings are going to come help. So it's nothing like what you think it would be. It's a whole different ball game when you're dealing with intelligent primates that are devoted to one another. They're devoted to one another and highly intelligent. So we got a few more minutes here, guys. Do you believe they have different personalities? Yeah, absolutely, totally different personalities. I remember, I talked about it in Survivor Man Bigfoot, where a young one came down the hill, and man, that young guy shouldn't have been with this guy. Or even I remember, even cooler than that, these native people called me because they had a Sasquatch like banging on their house and stuff. So I went out there and I saw the tracks of the little one, and I saw the mom chasing him and tackling him. And then I only saw the mom's tracks for a while, and then the mom's walking along, and then she puts him down, and let's say they walk for 50 meters, and he ran off, and she chased him and tackled him. You can see a tackle in the snow, and then she picked him up again. It sounds like a little kid who wouldn't listen, right? So, and it was about a 8-inch track on the young male, and it was clearly a female track. It was about 15 and a half inches, and it was slender. So, and then when I followed it further, I saw a teenage track, like a teenage alongside on one side and the youngster and then the mom on the other side. Then they all walk together. So isn't that cool? So absolutely, there's just total personalities there. Um, so a few more questions. Mark is good. I know his spots. I think he's very close to finding solid proof in a new light. He's trying to establish more bonding than anything else. That's awesome, Anthony. I'm glad you know that. So you're saying they're bulletproof? Not at all. Nothing's bulletproof. What I'm saying is they're highly tactical and they're highly intelligent. They're aware of their surrounding. Because yeah, so I can find out big. I can't find Bigfoot. Yeah, there's no Bigfoot North, girl. No Bigfoot North. It's Discovering Bigfoot. Ever done research on Vancouver Island like Clem to? I'd love to. It's a dream of mine to own land on Vancouver Island someday. And I promised John Benedict I'd get out there, and I didn't do it in his lifetime, which was heartbreaking for me, really heartbreaking, and I felt like a loss. But life is life, and you can only do so much, And I will go out to Vancouver Island one day, and I'll whatever, just for John. That's what a wonderful man and mentor. So I miss him. Do you think Sasquatch can be born handicapped? Absolutely. Anything's possible, right? And would they survive? I don't know anything. I don't know. I don't know enough about them. You should research the Almanac Mountains in New York. That's no, somebody else should research that, and I'd like to mentor them and help them. I saw a hunter from up north of me, and he shot an adult Bigfoot and a little dog, little Bigfoot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about that, Mark. So I question that though. Where's the body and stuff, right? So donating here, Todd loses most of the money. DJ Nazar is correct. But I love YouTube. Thank you for the platform. I'm very grateful, YouTube. Yes, they're Bigfoot North Doc. No. Would you be scared if they abducted you and carried you off their den? Yes. Terrified. It was A horrifically bad day. I read an interview with some guy that was trying to discredit you by saying you worked with. Isn't that a good one, John? So John Kidoff says somebody was trying to discredit me because I worked with John Hanson. Right. Oh my God, what's next? I was Chewbacca in Star Wars. Come on, and that's not true, right? I shouldn't even say stuff like that because then it gets out there and people believe that. My opinion on the 411 stuff is I know one of those incidents in 411 is absolutely authentic and real, and it seems that the 411 David Pilates, it seems he does a very good job, and I'm quite impressed with what he does. However, I study Bigfoot. I interact with Bigfoot. I don't need to focus on the bad things that Bigfoot do, and I'm not interested in that. I'm sure there are bad Bigfoot things that are done, but like the news, you sit there and watch. If it bleeds, it leads crap. And I'd watch the news every day if it talked about heroes and amazing people more. And it doesn't seem to care about the goodness in the world. It seems to focus on the negativity, and I'm not interested in the negativity. I'm interested in the positivity, and I have to focus on that as best I can. So, just a couple more questions. Hello, Michigan. Hello, Ash. What are the best electric bikes? Ash, dude, I don't know. I have one set of electric bikes, and they're wonderful and amazing when they work. When they break down, I'm pedaling their damn pieces of crap back, heavy electric things under power, and it annihilates me. So it's been hard. It's been up and down. So I'm doing the best I can, but they're quiet. They're very effective when they work, and I'm really pleased with their results. If I could just get them reliable. The thing too is I didn't buy really expensive ones. The super expensive ones were out of my budget. So, maybe you get what you pay for. I shouldn't be complaining. They're very impressive for the money I put into them. Last thing I want is for someone to kill an endangered species like a Sasquatch satisfies. Yeah, and I don't want that either, Michael. We'll get it done without that. I really believe that. Let me kind of cruise down there. Oh my God, there's so many questions here, you guys. You guys are awesome. I never have trouble. Um, Todd, do you think Bigfoot only nest when they have newborns? They'd be right in the troop, right in the middle of like their habitat somewhere. So I can't remember which shows. Maybe 6 episodes back, Cephisaurus is talking about something. How long do you estimate the longest body hair you've seen? That's such a good question, dude. Because gorillas keep it blazing, so don't shed. They have hair like us. Do they just keep growing? And does it stop growing? Like I don't really understand. Maybe it's like chest hair on a human. There's a point where it just stops growing. I think, right? It's not like head hair. So uh, they have longer. Maybe their hair follicles are thicker. I don't know. I'd have to ask Jeff about that. That would be his area of expertise, knowing about their follicles are different. They don't have like a medulla or something. I haven't looked into it for years and years. I used to study that, and I have a microscope to look at hairs. But it's been a long time. Okay, the question of the day: how's the court case going? The court case is going nowhere. Court case will start happening in the winter times. Um, for now, I do in the spring and summer. I'm all about the research. Then when I can't do research, I do court cases. East Texas, your thought? I don't know. Sorry, but they're in Texas, or they were. So are they still? And I haven't been to Texas in at least 6 years, 7 years. Probably still there. So I don't know how many Sasquatches have you seen so far. I don't know, Pablo. I'd have to. It's been a lot. I've forgotten a lot. Well, I haven't forgotten them. I just something will happen. I'll remember. It's been a lot. Why do you fear? Whatever. Change is weird. I don't fear change. I embrace it. So I wanted to make a change. I know deer hunting. I had one. Cool. Oh my gosh, look at the questions, you guys. So just a couple more. Todd, I just want to say I really enjoy. Whoa, what's going on here? Todd, I just want to really say I enjoy your videos and I hope all is well with you and your family. Thank you, Chippy. Lots of turmoil right now, so just keep moving forward. Hey, look at this. Philippeo's got my Jake head there. Marking map did not work on form, so I could not mark it on the forum. Keep trying, dude, or keep working with Amanda. There's lots of people working real hard to make that stuff happen. I'm so grateful for them. Todd, don't pursue getting Sasquatch discovered and recognized and protected because you know what, Edward? People have that perspective, and it's an honest, good perspective. I admire that, but I'm not on that page. I'm 70-30 now to make the discovery happen. Not just because the planet's in so dire need of a change. They're part of this planet, and the discovery of them is such a miracle. They could really affect change so profoundly, and the planet needs it so badly. I'm so scared about the future of this beautiful planet, the damage that we're doing. And I think the discovery of them can help lead to such amazing, wonderful, fantastic new get back to nature by the ultimate nature species. And I need them to come forward and help out. So yeah. Okay, one more question. What do I think about the Albert Austin case? That sounds legit. I don't know. I hope it's real. I think it's very interesting. So it sounds maybe real, maybe not. I don't know. Some of the things don't seem very authentic. Some of it seems authentic. I don't know. It's very interesting. So yeah, wish the government would make a law. Well, some governments have laws you can't kill Bigfoot, right? The Sasquatch will be hunted and poached like bears. Oh no! Oh no, Edward! Ho 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 ho! Man alive! So Edward's saying that he thinks the Sasquatch, if recognized, will be hunted and poached. They will not. They are sentient. There will be no hunting and poaching them. And I'll tell you, if that after the Sasquatch are discovered, you want to see me get crazy passionate, man, you will never hunt or hurt this species. I would go to war. I'll fight for that. People would fight for that. So no way, no bladders, no paws. These are sentient beings. You don't hunt and shoot them and harm them. So you want to see that, man. If I was, I am part of facilitating this discovery, no matter what. If I ever started to even consider that Sasquatch hunt, man, whew, there'd be hell to pay for that, and it'd be versus you'd be versing me on that one. No way is anybody gonna government or anybody bladders and stuff like that. That's snap. You don't do that to the Sasquatch. They are no way. Wouldn't tolerate that. And I know there's people that all the people that know and even think that the species could be real. We would fight that and defend against that. Sorry, I got a little offended, but the shock of when I read something, I just take it to heart so much. Bigfoot hairs are light and clear. That's why they're good at camouflage themselves. Sure, maybe. So one more. I said one more question. So Todd, I love your work, but I hope the blessed beings stay elusive. If they are, people want to cage them and kill them. Yeah, and I just don't think you're. I understand, and I admire your perspective, and I 30% agree with you. 70% think that this discovery is too important. I think they can't hide anymore because that film in 18K, that and mosquito drones that fly around and film in 18K and have Wi-Fi that goes 80 miles, and they're gonna have crazy technology. They're gonna get discovered. I just want to be a part of the ethical discovery of this. So, um, jackass button. Wow, Edward, you hit the jackass button. No, no, those are good. I like hard questions. Let's not. Yeah, let's be nice. I think these are cool grown up conversations. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on today and asking these awesome questions. I love doing this show so much. My gosh, because of you guys, I want to do this show forever. I just can't believe how amazing this show is. You guys are just phenomenal, and I love these discussions and these topics. You guys take care. And if I'm not back on this show, I'm on expedition. Guaranteed. The day you come on this show, wish me luck because I'm in the field fighting for the discovery of this species. I'm boots on the ground in wilderness, in nature, fighting for this discovery. If I'm not on this show, because I love working with you guys. You guys are amazing. So good night, everybody. And I'll Saturday video and next Wednesday live again. Y'all take care.